All right, we got a serious show today, my friends. Serious. I almost shut down the live stream so that I could do a video because, man, I could literally do probably 3 videos out of the topics that we're going to do in this live stream. So buckle up. Conor McGregor went literally absolutely bananas on Ryan Garcia. Like this, he went so hard. He said Ryan Garcia should get a lifetime ban. And then I was like, Jesus, man. So we'll look at what Conor said. We are going to look at a video about the Ryan Garcia situation. Got a bunch of updates on Ryan Garcia. Number one, having to do, well, honestly, you got 2 sides. One thing that I saw that is super suspect, dude, like super suspect, as far as I'm concerned, if you think it's possible that Ryan actually is getting framed in this thing, I mean, and I'll show you exactly, I will show you exactly what I'm saying, where I'm like, how on earth does that exist in a world where people are not wildly suspicious of this dirty test? And then also we had, so I don't know if you guys follow Steven Strangles people. He's got a great channel. He's like, it's funny, dude. Like on YouTube, you have like guys who are not in the UFC. Like, you obviously know who UFC fighters are who now have, YouTube channels. So you don't need to like wonder about their pedigree. But then you have a bunch of people that are just yapping on here and you're like, like, I wonder how that guy would handle himself in real life. And like, Steven Strangles people's like old school Henzo Gracie Black. Like he's one of those guys that would pop your head off your neck and then fucking eat your larynx without, breaking a sweat. He's like super fucking legit, super legit, but he's also super smart and he's got a great channel. And he covered the Garcia thing. And I learned a bunch of stuff about Osterine in his video, which explains exactly why Osterine would have been in Ryan Garcia's system. And then he also, dude, he shared a video I hadn't even seen where Oscar De La Hoya just straight up threw Ryan Garcia under the bus. Like where, I don't know, like Oscar De La Hoya is not defending Ryan Garcia at all. Like at all. He's not defending him at all. So, I mean, listen, dude, I don't know if I would either in that situation. In defense of Oscar, there's no way that he could possibly know for sure that Ryan didn't take anything. Even if Ryan says he didn't take it, it's not like Ryan is like a mountain of credibility right now. You know what I mean? Even though, like, obviously some of the stuff he was doing leading into the fight was performative, nonetheless, he's certainly not in a position right now where he could be like, no, really, I didn't take anything. Like there are certain guys who have popped hot, and when they were like, are you serious? That's BS. And you look and you're like, I believe him. Like when Nate Diaz popped hot, remember that? And they actually told him not even to say anything about it because they were like, it could be a faulty test. And then Nate is the one who went on Twitter and started defending himself. I'm pretty sure every person on earth was like, there's no way that Nate Diaz took steroids. Like, you know what I mean? There's no way that Nate Diaz took steroids. So they're like, there are definitely guys whose credibility is that where when they deny it, people are like, okay, that test is dirty. I don't believe it, dude. You know what I mean? I don't believe it. And Ryan Garcia is just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What's up, guys? Dallas, what's up? God in Vens. What's up? Oh, wait, God in Vens? I can't. Godine Vince? That's a weird name, dude. But what's up, man? Anyway, so that's what we're going to do, and it is gonna be sick. What's up, Vince? So let's jump. I'm trying to think. Oh, and we'll talk about Jon Jones. Talk about Jon Jones's new campaign to fight Alex Pereira. Now, let me just make perfectly clear on that before we even get into the other stuff, because I could just cover the Jon Jones and Alex Pereira thing super quick. Oh, and then we got this huge thing with like Dillon Danis and Paige Vanzant. So, like we covered that yesterday. And then Dillon, dude, good God. Dillon is one of those guys where he only has one speed, dude. Like He is always going to escalate. Like Dillon is always going to escalate. Bottom line, dude. Like that's just, he's never going to take a backward step. Generally, he's just going to escalate. And so when Paige Vanzant did her response, you knew he was going to come back, and he came back like, dude. I'll show you what he said in case you guys haven't seen it yet, but it was like, whoa, bro. There's no coming back from this one. Now you guys have to fight Austin and Dillon. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. So, bro, Banshee is like the best show ever. I said Asphalt City. What did I say about Asphalt City? I said it's not for pussies. I was like, it's a hardcore watch. If you're looking for happy endings, it's not for you. It's just like, those movies are just like, good God. If I sounded like I was saying everyone needs to go watch Asphalt City, what I was just saying was Mike Tyson is great in the movie playing like a regular role. You know what I mean? But Asphalt City is a tough watch, dude. That is a tough movie to watch. Anthony, what's up, man? Okay, so The Shield, also excellent. Dude, don't get me sidetracked on TV shows. That's like the one thing that I actually love as much as mixed martial arts is like long form content stuff, like shows and movies. I will derail this stream super hard. We got way too many things to go over. So, God damn it. This is... You think Death Note was better than Blue Eyed? Oh, I'm sorry. The anime version. Okay, yeah. I actually haven't watched it. I'll watch that though. If you listen to me and took my recommendation on Blue Eyed Samurai, I will go watch Death Note, the anime one. But Blue Eyed Samurai is not anime. It's just animated. You know what I mean? All right. So Mr. In Between is awesome too. Stop, you guys. Stop. I can't stop. Please, chat. Stop. I can't help myself. If we start talking TV, I'm going to derail this. I can't help it. Okay. So Jon Jones says that he wants to fight Alex Pereira now. Well, actually what he did was he did a poll, and it was like, who would you rather see me fight, Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira? And literally all the comments immediately were like, stop trying to duck Aspinall. Okay. So this is how I would answer that question. Who would I rather see him fight? You know? The answer is, do you want to see him win or do you want to see him not win? Because I think with Pereira, I don't know, dude, honestly, I'm not one of these guys that buys into this idea that like Alex Pereira has no grappling. Okay. And the idea that because the answer is I don't care who they fight because I love both those fights. Okay. I think Tom Aspinall is a tougher matchup, for sure. A tougher matchup. Aspinall is an absolute fucking nightmare. That guy is going to be a nightmare for everyone. No one has made him look human yet at all, unless you consider him injuring himself when he throws a kick human. That guy is a killing machine. He's never looked like, I mean, he took a pretty heavy shot in the Sergey fight right before he knocked Sergey out. But like that guy, who has shown a chink in that guy's armor? Like, I think Aspinall, if he gets the right fights moving forward, is going to turn into like dominant heavyweight champion. Like, just because if you look at his skill set and you look at the landscape, you know what I mean? Because I think Jon Jones, I don't think Jon Jones is going to fight him. I think Jon Jones is going to do, I don't even know what's going on with Stipe now that Jon now talking about Alex and Tom. But I don't think Jon is long in the tooth. He is long in the tooth. I don't think his career is going to last like that much longer. So I don't think it's super likely that him and Tom fight. But Jon is the kind of guy that if he feels like people genuinely believe that Tom is a better fighter than him, he might go fight him, dude. You know, like Jon Jones, a lot of things, but a dude who's going to intentionally take the easy road is not one of those things. I don't think. I say that right now, and I just realized he didn't go up to heavyweight until DC went up and beat Stipe when he could have done that a long time ago. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if that says anything about his psychology. Either way, here's how those fights match up. I think Tom Aspinall beats Jon Jones because I think that I don't know, dude. That's such a tough call because we haven't really seen Jon Jones strike at heavyweight. He's also been out for so long, and in the point, like his fight at heavyweight was like 1 second long, and we didn't even see anything because he just beat Cyril Gahn super easy. I don't even feel like I have a good gauge on what Jon Jones will look like on his feet. It's almost impossible to handicap Jon Jones at heavyweight because we've seen nothing, right? But if I was going to bet, I would bet on Tom Aspinall. Against Pereira, obviously, the idea that Tom, that like what everybody's going to think is just that Jon Jones is just going to make mincemeat of him by grappling him. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they just think that that he's just going to grab him, wrestle him, and then submit him. Like, I'm sure that is what everybody would say if that matchup happened. And my take on that is I don't know how anyone feels so confident making that call. And the reason I say that is because Pereira has not gotten wrestle fucked by anyone. Okay. He fought Jan Blachowicz at light heavyweight. If someone is capable of being easily wrestle fucked, Jan Blachowicz would wrestle fuck them. Did you guys see the Izzy fight? Jan wrestle fucked him. Okay. He couldn't do it to Pereira. Pereira has a black belt under Glover Teixeira. Like, just because you haven't seen a guy do something does not mean that it's not there. And you got to keep in mind, dude, like, this guy is a, once in a very long time athlete and champion. Look at what he's accomplished in striking. If you knew for sure that his focus was as heavy on grappling as it has been, as he's developed his striking, and he's been doing this for 5-6 years, given his gifts, the idea that this guy stands no chance in grappling just because you haven't seen him do it is ludicrous. He has a black belt under Glover Teixeira now. I don't, people can argue about whether he deserved it or not, but there's no way that anybody would know whether he earned it or not, Broke Deegan, thank you very much, dude, and thank you for being a member. I look every time that you comment, primarily because you have such a badass icon with the Sean Strickland thing. Member 10 months, new account. UFC 300 was best night of my life. Thanks for inviting. I sat second row, level 1 in the middle, second row 600 in Butte Butte College guy who shut up. Are you really? Are you a Butte College guy? Did you really you're an early 2000s Butte football guy? That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Are you the guy whose shoe got knocked off when we fought and we, hugged it out and became best friends afterwards? But I'm going to call bullshit on second row and second level row 1. Okay. I take that back. I thought you were saying section 2 row 1. But yeah, those are the sleeper seats in all of these events, dude. Upper deck, front row. It's like you have one of the best views in the place, and they are not that expensive. But yeah, dude, it was unbelievable. You should have come and said, "What's up, dude?" You could have trolled me. You could have called up and been like, "Hey, man, you fucking remember me from Chico?" And I'd have been like, "Nope." Just kidding. Anyway, so okay. So again, I think that Alex Pereira's grappling is a mystery. The idea that he has no grappling, what are people basing that on? You know what I mean? So, do I think that Jon would probably get the better of him grappling? Yes, I do. Do I think that it is like an absolute foregone conclusion that Alex has nothing for him? No, I don't. I don't think that it's likely that he, that Alex would hold, just because, dude, Frank Mir told me about grappling with Jon Jones. Like, you guys, I mean, I don't know if some of you guys are a little younger and don't understand who Frank Mir really is, but like, if you want to talk about like heavyweight MMA grapplers, like Frank Mir is as legit as it will ever get. Like, that guy's a fucking certified, absolute top of the food chain black belt in jiu-jitsu for the last 100 years, shattered people's arms when he was in UFC's champ. Like, he's as good as it gets. And he said that Jon is an absolute force of nature grappling. In addition to just like having great technique, he's like, dude, he's like, he just like can do all these things that people cannot do. Like, no one else can do it. He's like, no one else I've ever seen can do these things. And then he'll like try to explain to people how to do it. He's like, he doesn't even realize how gifted he is. He's like, he was telling me that there was this guard escape that Jon Jones can do. And John's also, yeah, he's like, so you just do it like this. Like he's just trying to like instruct somebody on how to do it. And Frank's like, bro, you understand you're like the only human being on earth that can execute the thing that you just laid out. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, hey Ben, was he nice? He's a stud, dude. Frank's good people, man. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to go down a whole road of Tom Aspinall, but what would be your proof of that? Lesnar crushed Frank in the second fight. In the first fight, Frank knee-barred Brock and probably could have been a dick about it if he wanted to. Anyway, so okay, so I'm going to move on from that. That was the story number one. I meant for that to be super quick, and I talked for like 10 minutes. All right, so now let's look at the McGregor thing, and then we can discuss what you guys think about this. Okay. Bam. Eagle MMA, what's up, dude? You're the best, man. Okay, so check this out. Okay. McGregor put this up. I went to go look this up, and I think he took it down, dude. I think he took it down. I remember this dude against Wes Sims. Wes Sims was like 7 feet tall, dude. Austin, thank you very much. I have no idea why everybody says my teeth look blue. They say it on whenever I'm live streaming and never in real life. So I don't know, dude. I have no idea, man. Anyway, so I'm going to read this and then we can discuss. All right. We can discuss. It's the lights. I know. So Conor says to Ryan Garcia, okay, cheated the weight and was juiced. Lifetime ban. Sad to see, sad to say, sad and a bit sick. Don't come near me if you see me ever, Ryan Garcia. And like, you guys got to keep in mind, like, dude, Conor was a huge Ryan Garcia supporter, you know, like this seems like a huge flip very fast, you know, which means obviously Conor for sure thinks that this is legit. I'm actually disgusted. This Austrian, it reminds me of Sean O'Malley was on that as well. I don't like this. I'll bust yous both up. Do yous want to spar? I will set flights right now for both of you for a full-on spar each. Hotel, Black Forge Inn, the lot. Let's spar O'Malley and Garcia, 2 little Austrian heads. I'll ride you both like yous are ostriches. What the fuck is up? What do you think you are? Wait, what do you think you are at? If I was Haney's dad, you're dead no matter what for doing that. Crazy. What the F happened to you, you little fool? Get your head together because I gonna smash it in with elbows if you don't. Fair play, Devin. Well done. Your performance has just become even more heroic. Bravo. Get your head together or kill yourself. Okay. So listen here. So, okay. One thing at a time. I obviously am guilty of being an unbreakable Conor fan. I will always root for Conor no matter what. I can't help it. It's one of those things. It's like, you know, it's like your little brother, dude, that you grow up with. And then, you know, your brother does this and you're kind of like, I don't know, but you're always going to have his back. And I realize that I am definitely like that with Conor. I fucking love that guy. This, though, this is what concerns me about this post. Okay. This does not look like something that is like well thought out, that like Conor, who's focused on training camp, would do. And the implication that I'm making, obviously, is someone who would take the time to write this and then take it down. If I didn't know better because he's in, you know, he must be in training camp for his fight, I would think this is someone who was partying and then wrote this and then thought better of it. That's my concern about this post because, like, bottom line, okay, this takes a long time to write. You know what I mean? Like, this is not something that you just kind of whip up in 2 seconds. Like, this took a long time to write. So if you do that and then you take it down, like, It's not like it's not like something that you typed out when you were emotional super fast and put it up and you're like, oh shit, I should take that down. Like this takes time. So took a lot of time to do this. Later on, thought better of it, took it down. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I have no insight. He could just be a very passionate guy who gets worked up, and then, maybe even his management is like, bro, you said you told him to kill himself. Like, you have to take that down. Totally possible. But I just don't think that Conor should be this focused on anything other than Michael Chandler right now. Like, that's the problem with getting as big as where Conor is. Because, like, normally when we talk about Conor, it's because it's fucking Conor. And he's, anything that he does is relevant in combat sports. But right now, dude, bro, he's fucking fighting Chandler in less than 8 weeks. Like, now you have to look at everything Conor does through that lens where it's like, dude, you need to shut this shit down, Conor McGregor. Like, shut it all down. If you think you're going to walk through fucking Michael Chandler, who is the most focused, fucking hardworking grinder in the gym on earth. He's been training twice a day for 2 years, thinking about nothing except fighting Conor McGregor. That's been his focus in the gym. Absolutely, for sure. Chandler does not party, and maybe he has a couple drinks. Like, this is not a guy who gets like distracted partying. He's super focused. He's visualizing knocking Conor out every single fucking day. Okay. Like, he doesn't get caught up in the bullshit. Dude, one time, I'll tell you, it's a 100% true story. When I first became cool with Chandler and was rapping out with him, I found something out about this fighter that was kind of like, it was like not no one, but no one, it wasn't publicly known. It was like a juicy ass story. And I indicated I was going to tell him this thing about this person. And he literally was like, I don't think there's any reason that I need to know that. And so he didn't even have me tell him. Like, he didn't even want to know. It's like, I've never had anybody do that before, where you're like, dude, you're not going to believe this story. And they know it's like juicy gossip. They're like, you know what? They're like, that just sounds like something I don't need to know. That's what fucking Chandler said to me. Okay. So not only does he not get involved in this shit, he doesn't even want to know. And I say that because this motherfucker is razor focused on Conor, and Conor should not be focused on this shit. He already has so much shit going on, dude. He's like, seriously, try to think of all the projects that Conor's involved in. And it's like, dude, beating the shit out of guys in the gym, it's a different fucking ball game than, getting in the octagon under the lights in an absolute must-win situation. Like, if you think about when Conor, so going back to ancient history, well, not ancient, but, the night that I became a really heavy, serious Conor fan from someone who really did not like him on the way up, primarily because Jose Aldo was my favorite fighter. And he, anyway, was between the first and second Nate Diaz fight. Okay. So I didn't view the way I view the sport now and promoting and all that stuff is very different than now. Now I really look at it like business. So when guys come up and they do this shit that Conor was doing, on the come up, I just look at it, no matter what they're doing. If it's creating buzz, I'm like, this guy's killing it. But back then I was like, dude, fuck this guy. I was like, who does this guy think he is, dude? It's Jose Aldo. Like, you owe him a level of respect. It infuriated me. And then he sparked him in fucking 5 seconds. But then he lost an Nate Diaz fight. And then the way that he handled that, and then he refused to do any media, zero, wouldn't talk to anyone from the first, as soon as he got into camp for the second Nate Diaz fight, he wouldn't talk to anyone. He was razor focused. He locked himself in a box with his team. And then he came out and fucking won one of the most grinder badass fights of all time. And I was like, dude, I went from fuck this guy to fully on board, and I don't know, dude. I think that should be how he is treating this fight with Chandler, because his fucking career is on the line. You know what I mean? Like, his fucking career is on the line here. If he loses this fight, his career as a marquee fighter most likely would be on the line. The only way that, you might be able to squeeze another one out of him because he's been out for so long, but not if he gets starched, dude. So I don't know, Now, one thing that I did see, I saw Red Pill covered this, and he was saying that it's super hypocritical for Conor to be this hard on Ryan Garcia because everyone knows that Conor was on PEDs, throughout his recovery, which is both accurate and it's like true, but it's a false comparison as far as I'm concerned, and I'll tell you exactly why. We are not privy to the conversations that happen behind the scenes, but I absolutely guarantee you that Conor was given some kind, like he was not, I don't think Conor was breaking the rules when he did that. I'm sure he got some kind of exemption related to his ability to heal. I mean, his bone cracked in half. He was not competing. They forced him into 6 months of clean tests. I'm not saying that's fair at all, but it is like doing it to heal your bones versus doing it to get an advantage in an event where you're about to fight are two very different things. But anyway, I mean, it's not the same thing, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so moving along now, let's do this one. So let's do the Ryan Garcia one, and we'll do some education. I'll show you guys Steven's video on some of this stuff, because like I said, I mean, dude, this was like very educational and has one of the shadiest, a new piece of information that, in my opinion, was like, whoa, that's super shady, dude. Like in terms of maybe this is a work. But first, he goes over exactly why Ryan would be taking Ostarine, which makes perfect sense. So I'm going to let him talk real quick.
Ryan Garcia's positive drug test following the Devin Haney fight and would overturn his win to a no contest. Garcia's promoter, Golden Boy, have said Ryan has put out multiple statements denying knowingly using any banned substances, and we believe him. Interestingly enough, in a recent interview with...
Oscar said they believe... Golden Boy, and we believe him. I didn't even see that. Okay, now watch what Oscar says in this interview.
Interestingly enough, in a recent interview with De La Hoya, I guess it was yesterday, he seemed to be throwing Ryan Garcia under the bus.
I just go by what the truth was, and that's that he failed 2 drug tests. I mean, that's what I'm going by, and that's what happened. And I'm not an investigator. I'm not somebody who's gonna go and find out exactly what happened or did he take the beef or not. All I know is that on paper he failed 2 drug tests.
See. You know what I mean? Like that is like Oscar had the opportunity right there to straight up be like, he said, just like what the Golden Boy announcement was, because obviously they promote Ryan Garcia, that's their fighter. He had the opportunity to say the exact same thing, and he chose not to do that. You know what I mean? And my opinion, in some of those press conferences, if you really watch closely, when Ryan Garcia was on the microphone, whether he was doing an act or not, if you watch Oscar behind him, like in so many cases, like Ryan would say something crazy and Oscar would have his face like this, and he would like whisper things to other people, like where he was like, Jesus, what the fuck is this guy doing? But I mean, listen, dude, like Ryan Garcia has seemed, everybody's saying, like, oh, look, now he's acting crazy again. But I'm talking like in interviews, whether he is crazy and was acting crazy, or he was like totally not crazy and was acting crazy, for 100% sure he was putting on an act, because every time he talks now, he is this like kind of, so he's saying similar things, but he is I'm talking about like reading his mannerisms and stuff. He definitely was doing that on purpose. But anyway, let's continue, because this is where he gets into like why he would be taking it, which I found very interesting.
Wow. This is supposed to be your boy. This is your boy. He was quick to exit, and I suspect that De La Hoya feels like something is fishy and he's trying to save himself. That's what it looks like, at least from the outside looking in. Now, interestingly enough, this is what was posted by Ryan Garcia immediately after he was accused. He posted this past test that came out negative. Dear Ryan, this letter is to advise you that one or more of your collected specimens have been analyzed for performance-enhancing drugs through the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association VADA program. Analysis for the date listed below have been completed. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then the results say negative. So very interesting at face value. You go, oh, well, if they tested him on March 14th and he was negative, then what's the debacle going on here with the 2 failed tests? Well, the issue with this specific test is, if you look, the date is March 14th, 2024. The failed tests were on the 19th and 20th of April, a month after these tests were passed. Now, what does that even mean? He passed a test, Steve, in March. What's the issue? Ostarine, if you're not aware, is a substance that you can take orally that essentially helps your muscles from cannibalizing themselves as you cut weight. In other words, you're able to maintain strength through the process of cutting weight. Well, when would you take Ostarine? You take it the week of the fight. That's when your body is most depleted. Fighters lose their legs. Fighters lose their ability to snap on their punches. Those are the things that you lose as you cut weight. Well, taking Ostarine would make it so that you at least retain some of that vitality in those last few days before the fight. So
here's my question about that. So like I said, dude, I didn't know anything about Ostarine. Like, so when I did my video about this, just because I was self-conscious about it, watching it back yesterday, like when Ryan popped hot Wednesday night, it was really late. And I was like, fuck, I got to get a video out. And so I came up and like literally recorded that video instantly, right? Like I got to get this up. And then by the time I was done, it was like, I don't know, 9:45 or something. And I know from experience that like, if you release videos late, then it fucks you with YouTube a lot of the time because whatever. So I was like, I'm going to put it out tomorrow. The reason I bring that up is just because normally I would have done a bunch of research on Ostarine and exactly how it worked and SARMs and all that stuff, because I don't know shit about SARMs. And so when I put it out, it was kind of just like fucking, it's like a SARM to dirt, which is fine for like a live stream. Normally, if I do a video, I would have done research for it. But like this, I didn't know anything about this. Like I didn't know that's why you would take Ostarine. But here's my question though. Why the fuck would anyone think that they could beat a test? You know what I mean? Like if you're taking it for weight cutting, like, you're going to get tested right before the fight. Like why would anyone think they're going to be able to beat the test if they're taking it cutting weight, 3 days before the fight or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, obviously it's not, I mean, like O'Malley popped hot for it 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. I think it was like 2019. I don't know, whatever. But so it's not like it's news to them that like they test for Ostarine. So if you're taking it for a weight cut, like, of course you're going to pop hot for it, which is kind of weird. But anyway.
Say that to say this date of March 14th is irrelevant. You would not be taking Ostarine a month out from a fight. Ryan Garcia obviously pleads innocent.
Fake fucking news. Don't believe these fuck.
Ben Diesel. So what's the right question here? So I've done some research on how long Ostarine stays in your system. Is it possible that an athlete would take it for a weight cut and think that it would be out of their system inside of 48 hours?
Fuckers, bro. I never fucking took a steroid in my fucking life.
He named this room cheating. What the fuck?
I don't even know how that shit, like.
Hang on. I wanted to say this too, because I completely forgot to say this. So when Ryan Garcia did his response video to like when the thing like first came out, and he was like, and he goes, dude, I've never taken a steroid. He's like, I wouldn't even know where to get steroids. Like when he said that actually rings true to me. That line itself rings true to me because when I've had people go, dude, you did whatever. If it's a thing that I not only have never done, but wouldn't even know how to do, that's like the first thing that I always say. It's like, dude, I wouldn't even know where to do that if I wanted to. Like that is literally my number one instant defense against things that I really have not done and obviously don't know how to do because I've never looked into it. And so like when he said that, I was like, okay, like that is exactly how I answer things that I didn't do. But the thing is, Ostarine is not a steroid. It's a SARM. So
it's the weirdest shit ever.
It's actually logical though.
Supposedly they had it already. Then why didn't they release it? They release it after I win.
Now this might be a little bit of ignorance on my part, but that is a good point that he's making. If you had the negative test before the fight happened, you would be putting Devin Haney at serious risk. So
yes, I did see this. In fairness, just to respond to that really quick, since I'm doing a live stream, I may as well just reveal a little bit. Like anything that I do on the channel, if it's consistent, is always strategic. Always. And in the case of wild promotion and defense of Jake Paul, I do like Jake Paul. I respect what he's doing. But one of the reasons why I'm overly like Jake is so that I can more so emphasize that fuck Logan. Does that make sense? Like, I have such a huge fucking problem with what Logan is doing, trying to bankrupt Dillon Danis, that I know it'll overly emphasize how much I'm like, fuck that guy, if I'm promoting his brother at the same time, to make sure there's no miscommunication here. Like, I'm not doing this shit for clout. I'm not some guy who just like, fuck the Paul brothers. It's like, Jake's awesome and fuck Logan. You know what I mean? Because that shit, like, again, I just can't even fucking put into words how much it bothers me that he is suing Dillon Danis and then actively bragging about ruining his financial future. Like, it makes me want to fucking tear my eyes out. Continuing.
Bada has to take some responsibility, whether this is actually a real positive test or not. This is a blind sight on their part.
They fucking cheat, bro. They're cheating by trying to take my victory. Fuck them. Fuck these motherfuckers. Tell them to suck my dick.
Okay, we'll move on. He even tried to claim that ashwagandha root is the
Hey guys, who wants to answer this 11-year-old? There's no secrets on my channel, guy. Are you new here? Everything I've ever done, I've talked about.
reason. My bad, I shouldn't have taken these. I don't know if this is just a troll or not, but ashwagandha is something I've taken in the past, and you won't test positive for ostarine after taking ashwagandha. He wasn't done, though.
What's up, everybody? I came on here to address this bull fucking shit claim that I cheated.
I mean, the guy in the background with the glasses is not the kind of guy you want to have in your video if you're trying to plead innocent. That guy looks like he deals ostarine.
Everybody
That's
knows
so
that
funny, dude. I laughed so hard the first time I watched this. He's like, that guy looks like he deals ostarine.
cheat.
It is true though. What the fuck is that guy doing there?
Again,
you know what I mean? Like you're doing like a formalized response to a really serious thing here. You know what I mean? Like this is fucking serious. You popped hot after this epic fucking win, and you're like, I gotta get my word out right now. I gotta get my word out. So I'm gonna sit in front of the camera and I'm gonna tell everybody I didn't do this. He's like, how can I make this as effective as possible where it lands really, really heavy? He's all, hey, Jimmy, I need you in the background with your Cholo shirt on, and I need you to wear some wear like some baseball, Major League Baseball fucking blade sunglasses, hat, hands in pockets, and I need you to nod. I need you to nod when I say I didn't do it. It's really weird.
and these are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason.
What's up, Squid?
No weapon against me shall prosper. I never taken steroid. I don't even know where to get steroids at the end of the day.
Very common in combat sports. Not the hardest thing to come by.
Really.
So in my first video, I was like, I get him for you. And then another one of my buddies texted me and was like, hey, tell Ryan that if he needs him, I could get him. It's like everyone who has any is seasoned in the the community literally look, they're like, you don't know how to get him. What the fuck?
Take supplements. They're saying it's coming from the ashwagandha. That's fucking retarded. So
that's coming.
Big.
Thanks, bud. Love that guy in the bag, huh? And then the trolling begins. I need more steroids. I'm addicted.
Okay, so let me just actually fast forward to the part that I wanted to show you that I think is super fucking shady about maybe it's a work. And this is Devin Haney's brother. Okay. Devin Haney's brother, who said 3 days after the fight that God is just telling him that Ryan Garcia is going to have a positive drug test. Like, that is super fucking shady.
Conspiratorial. We'll get into it. Devin Haney's brother knew 3 days after the fight that Ryan Garcia would test positive for PEDs. But is this an argument for or against Devin Haney? Was it a setup fail test? I don't know.
3 days after, the fight on Saturday. You see what happened, but it's okay.
This is Devin Haney's
wins and
brother.
losses is what makes us bosses. We did everything right in training camp, no excuses. I just don't know how Ryan did everything wrong and won, but like I said, no excuses.
We're going to get this man some Benadryl.
All glory be to Allah, but something crazy, though, is I was on the prayer mat today, and Allah was just telling me he's going to test positive for his drug test. It keeps going in my brain, and I'm like, he keeps saying he's going to test positive for his drug test. He's going to test positive for his drug test.
Well, Devin Haney had a few choice words.
Okay. So Great video by Steven. I don't want to show the whole thing. You guys can go watch that on your own time. He's a fucking stud. But like, again, his little brother who looks 11, you know, I just listen, man. God keeps telling me he's gonna have a bad drug test. I'm like, okay. And then he has a bad drug test. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking weird. So because you basically have two options here. 3. Okay. The first one is the dude just threw shit at the wall and got the luckiest call of all time. Like the luckiest fucking call ever. Not impossible, but unlikely in my opinion. Okay. Then you have the second one, which is he's psychic. And either he has ESP or God really did tell him, like, don't worry about it. Your brother lost. However, Ryan was a cheater and he's going to have a dirty test. So you guys can decide how likely you think that is. Or number 3 would be that dude overheard something, and then, couldn't help himself. Like he knows he's supposed to stay quiet about it. And he's like, yeah, but I could actually establish myself on social media as being psychic if I say something about it. Now that, in my opinion, is by far the most likely scenario. Now, when I say that he probably heard something and knew it was coming, that does not necessarily mean that the test was a setup. It could mean that, because like Ryan failed the test, but like it was a test from before the fight. You know what I mean? And so it's possible that the Haneys found out quickly after the fight that he had failed the test. And for reasons I will explain shortly, they were not allowed to say anything about it publicly until they announced it publicly. So it's possible that it was a real failed test and he just heard about it and he's like a dumbass that was not supposed to say anything about it. And he's all, well, I didn't say anything. I just said God told me. I was saying like I felt like that's going to happen. They're all idiot, dude. We told you can't say anything. He's all, I didn't. I said God told me. They're all, okay, guy. So that either means he heard that early or it's a setup of some kind. You know what I mean? Like, or it's a setup of some kind. So to me, that is by far the most likely scenario is that this kid knew, but again, I don't know if that indicates for or against. But the reason why, in my opinion, they could know, that he pissed hot that far, that long ago, and it wouldn't come out till now, is the exact same reason why after pissing hot, the show went on. Like people are like, dude, well, if he pissed hot, how come they still let him fight? It's like, why do you think, dude? Why do you think? How much money do you think that they spent promoting that fight? How much money did they stand to make when the fight happens, right? Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? They've spent millions to promote. They're going to make millions the next day. Like, you really think that the promoters are going to be like, oh shit, man, Ryan tested positive for ostarine and fucking 19 nandrotestosterone. We got to shut it down, man. We can't put Devin Haney at risk. We just can't do it. It's for the love of the game, man. Love of the game. It's not fair. Shut it all down. We're just going to eat that 10 million that we spent on marketing. Fuck the 200 million we were going to make tomorrow. Forget it. We care too much about Devin Haney. Yeah, fucking right, dude. They're going to go forward with the fucking event for sure. And then when, if they're going to release that he pissed hot, they're going to wait multiple weeks so that people are not like, if they announce that fucking 2 days after the fight, oh, Ryan Garcia pissed hot, then of course everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? Why'd you guys let him fight? And you can't go public and be like, well, we really wanted to get all that money from you guys first before we put on a fight that we knew was going to end up being a no contest. So, that was basically our logic. And honestly, we thought Devin Haney was going to win anyway. We thought Devin Haney was going to win. When Ryan won, it was like, oh shit. We better give it a couple weeks before we tell everyone that Ryan pissed hot. So that's my theory on that. Thank you, Smelly Fingers. 2 smelly fingers. So I have mixed feelings on this. Because obviously, like logically, you would think that Devin Haney would want a rematch to undo that loss, right? And prove that he can beat Ryan Garcia. Because even if you take, like, let's just say that Ryan did take PEDs, or I'm sorry, yeah, okay, so even if he did take PEDs, I think the much bigger reason that Devin Haney lost is mindset, dude. You know what I mean? Mindset. I've said this on this channel 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times more, because I do think it is one of the most valuable betting recommendations that I can make to anyone who, you know, occasionally or often bets on sports. The younger a competitor or a team is, the more negatively impactful it is if every bit of media is telling them that they literally cannot lose that event. So where it matters the most, the absolute most, is in college football. Okay, you get to the college national championship, and if they're like, Alabama is favored by 600 points, they got this fucking Clemson team that, you know, I mean, let's be honest, it's not really that good of a team. They got lucky to get here. Alabama's running on all cylinders. They're going to steamroll these motherfuckers. They got no chance. Who are you picking? Bama. Who are you picking? Bama. Who are you picking? Bama. Fuck Clemson. When that happens periodically, like in national championships. And every fucking time, the other team wins, or the favorite barely wins. They never blow them out. Fucking never. Absolutely never. And that is because, you know, sports are about preparation, and preparation, you know, obviously like your ability to execute, but your mental state at the time of the event. Okay. It's like you can prepare as much as you want for an event, but like if it's time to compete, you have an anxiety attack and you're out there like, ugh, and you just freeze. Well, you're probably not going to win. And if like one side goes into a game with nothing to lose, and everybody's been like, these guys are garbage, and every one of them is watching that shit, they're like, let's go fuck these guys up. And then they come into the locker room, they're like, let's go fucking shock the world. And all of them are looking in each other's eyes like, let's get these motherfuckers. And then the other team is like, all right, you know, like, all right, let's go get this over with, you know, let's go get this over with these pussies. They get run over. They get fucking run over. And Devin Haney is super fucking young. He's super young, even though he's undefeated and an excellent boxer, obviously. But he was Bama, you know, he's Alabama. And he's like, I don't even know if this guy's taking this seriously. Like, he's the one who got fooled by Ryan the most by far, you know? So in my opinion, like, in a second fight where he understood exactly what he's walking into, no matter what kind of antics Ryan did, he has a way better chance of winning. You know, I'm not saying for sure he would win or anything, but like knowing the state that Ryan was going into that fight, he didn't stand a fucking chance against Ryan with that mindset. Anyway, that's basketball. I said NCAA football, I said. Dude, my example happens all the time. Like, literally, it happens in the college national football championship, every fucking time that situation happens, it happens. Anyway, you would think that the coaches like the coaches would be able to coach them through it and be like, don't listen to the media. But the thing is like all of them watch the fucking shows. You know what I mean? Anyway, dude, I will acknowledge that too, dude. Devin Haney has mad heart, especially that last knockdown, dude. He looked like he was going to fuck it. I mean, that was a heavy shot, man. All right, now moving along to the most salacious part of our video, all right, where we are going to talk about Dillon Danis and Paige Vanzant, all right? So I assume everybody has seen what the back and forth between the two of them, where, a quick recap. Paige Vanzant was asked about her Misfits boxing debut. She said that Dillon Danis is not a real fighter. Dillon Danis took offense. And then so Dillon Danis put a post on X that was like, hey, Paige, don't make me expose our trips to Vegas and ruin your marriage. And then Paige responded with an Instagram video yesterday where she went hard on, she's like, prove it, dude. She's like, see, now you got to prove it. You're a little bitch. Fuck you, Dillon Danis. So knowing that Dillon Danis only knows how to escalate, he escalated, of course. This is his post from yesterday. So Dillon is like, oh, really? He's like, you're crying in that video because you know I have receipts. You sell your ass and nasty botched tit job pics because you were a terrible fighter and have to support your deadbeat husband, a failed fighter turned OnlyFans cuck who can't even support you financially. You must have forgotten why I asked you to peg me because that, oh my God, dude, I can't even read this. Because that stank box filled the room from all the alpha male. Jesus. I didn't even remember this. I just remember reading it last night. Like, holy fuck. Filled the room from all the alpha male gym members who've, Jesus, nutted in you. Your husband isn't with you because you're special. He's the only brain dead cuck who said yes. You settled for him because I was just too smart to marry a whore. Jesus, bro. Jesus. When I first started this stream, I saw someone at the top. They're all, this guy, thermonuclear, translation from clickbait. Someone said something. Pretty sure that this qualifies as going fucking thermonuclear. Like, there's no, so like in my video yesterday, where, you know, like when I did the first video about it, you know, I'm like, I'm kind of like, you know, like hyping it. Conflict on internet equates to event on YouTube. So I'm like, you know, ooh, I don't know, dude. Maybe Paige really did fuck Dillon Danis. Like maybe she did. Maybe they went to Vegas. Maybe Dillon pounded that out. I don't know. You never know, dude. You never know. But in the video yesterday where I was live streaming and I'm just talking like, you know, a normal person, I was saying like, they should put their differences aside and now take this beef that they've created and then hype it up and turn it into a fight. So I would say pretty unequivocally that like, there's not going to be any collaboration at this point, dude. Like Dillon's like, oh, I hear you. He's like, I'll go hype a fight. And so, I mean, he just went fucking thermonuclear ICBM into their fucking living room window. So here is what I will say about I'm going to go through all of this. Okay. So the OnlyFans thing, listen, dude, I always break people's balls who do OnlyFans just because I can't help it because it's so easy. That said, I am going to walk you guys through how this actually works. And given that I did a video about Paige Vanzant's OnlyFans when it first started, I can speak like intelligently about what I'm going to say. Okay. So when Paige Vanzant started OnlyFans, she wasn't doing any nudity. Okay. Like she was legit clickbait on OnlyFans. And I told you guys that in the video where like the only time I ever paid for OnlyFans ever was the Paige Vanzant one just because I was going to do a video about it. And I was like, and it was like, the clickbait title was, don't you want to see what's under my bathing suit? And I was like, so that's the one that I bought. So I paid for membership and one picture for the video. And in that picture or video that I bought, it's like it was a chair and she's sitting in it in a bikini and she stands up and walks away. So you're like under her bathing suit. I was like, oh, wow. Excellent clickbait skills. The point that I'm making is like, she wasn't initially doing nudity. So she does OnlyFans. And I am telling you from all of the women that I've read, like their stories on OnlyFans, they started OnlyFans. If they've got a following like Paige, she legit probably made like $400,000 or $500,000 her first fucking month, maybe more, dude. Like maybe more. She probably made so much fucking money, dude. Drea, Drea De Matteo, who played Adriana on The Sopranos. Like, dude, she's fucking way past her prime. Does not have a huge social media following. She started an OnlyFans and she said she paid off her mortgage with what she made in the first month. Dude, Paige Vanzant has way more fucking followers than her. And is way more likely to have people pay to see her OnlyFans. Like I bet you her money from OnlyFans is staggering. The only reason I bring that up is to say that like she probably started it not intending to do nudity. Then you start making fucking money like that, and you're like, you know, it's like everybody's got a price, dude. Like everybody has a fucking price, and once people commit to OnlyFans, it always escalates. Always. It just does. It's one of those things. Now, one of the reasons why I break their balls, though, is because I have 3 daughters. As far as I'm concerned, and I was going to do a video about this. Here's what I see it. Like OnlyFans is the new version of the stripper pole. Okay. Like, you know, when you're like, oh, have I done a good job parenting? You're like, did I keep her off the pole? You know, did I keep her off the pole? That's like fucking job number 1. Well, chick naked on OnlyFans now, that's to me, that's fucking job number 1 for my 3 daughters. Okay. I don't judge any girls that do it. Like, I really don't, because without any fucking shred of doubt, if I was them, I would do it. But I expect more from my own daughters. So I will tease people who do fucking OnlyFans. It's just the way it is, dude. But, you know, keep them off the pole, dude. I got to think of a new way to say that. It's a lot more fucking enticing because you don't have to like actually physically be near any dudes, and you make so much more money if you have a big following. It's just fucking crazy. It's so crazy how many girls have OnlyFans now. It's like hot. Like if you go on Instagram and you find a girl whose like brand is like hot girl, like hot fitness girl, or like hot bikini girl, and you go to like her links, if she doesn't have an OnlyFans, it's like, that's like shocking. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, she doesn't have one. And it makes you like, at least it makes me like respect them a lot, which is insane because you shouldn't like have to, you know, like, just because you don't strip naked, that shouldn't be that impressive. Like, you know what I mean? Like that should just be fucking baseline normal. But it's like, that is now the new normal. If they're like hot, young, like bikini girl is like, well, of course I sell naked pictures of myself. Are you fucking serious? It's fucking weird, dude. That shit is weird. Keep them off the fucking pole, man. Keep them off the pole. Those pictures never go away. They never go away. Like, I can't even imagine how much money we could make if we had Gabrielle doing OnlyFans. She would never do it. She would fucking never do it. Not because she's like, I don't want people to see me naked, but she's like, I have 3 daughters. I would never do that. The pictures never go away. And the second that she did it, that it basically ensures, you know, or at least increases the likelihood that your kids are going to do it by fucking 50. You know what I mean? But bottom line is, after this, Austin challenged Dillon to fight. So actually, hang on, I have that right here, if I remember correctly. It's here. Yep, bam. Austin, I'll fight you, Dillon Danis, after Paige Vanzant's comments sparked drama. Listen, I love that for a multitude of reasons. A, best backstory for a fight ever. B, it gets Dillon back into mixed martial arts, which is fun. Very fun. And it's a great matchup with Austin. And he's got a reason to want to fucking decapitate Dillon. And Dillon thrives on people being mad at him. So it's like this, like, I want this fight. So this would be fucking awesome. But let me see. I want to see exactly what Austin said. Oh, oops. What's that? Jeez. Danis is known for being ruthless on social media. As Paul's fiance, Nina Agdal, sued him leading up to last year's fight, saying the incessant trolling and posting about the Sports Illustrated model resulted in humiliation, emotional distress, and reputational harm. That's what they're suing. That's what she's suing for. Oh, God. That's so stupid. Vanderford clearly wants Danis to put an end to the Twitter fingers and put his money where his mouth is, but no word on whether he'll take the guy up on his offer. Listen, I love it personally. I love it. Oh, I wanted to clarify one other thing that I said. So in my first video where I was talking about Paige and I was saying like her eyes are so different, where I was saying like girl, like she used to look super different in terms of like inexperience with guys. Like someone was like, how do you know? Like, how do you know she's been with a bunch of guys? I'm like, that's not what I said. I didn't say she's been with a bunch of guys. What I said was experienced with guys. The look that I'm talking about is I realized this like in reflecting on it is actually much more about a girl's acknowledgement of like dudes being like sex-driven maniacs and like it's like a girl looks jaded because they finally understand that dudes being nice to them in fucking 90 out of 100 examples is they're like, I want to fuck you. Like, I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you. They have this look to them that's like suspicious. Like it's like suspicious and jaded, but in a very specific kind of way. And it's like those are the girls who have had like the veil lifted. And it's like, yeah, hey, pretty girl. I know you thought everybody's so nice. They just want to fuck you. Like, they want to fuck you. So that's what I meant, and she clearly knows making fucking whatever she's doing on OnlyFans that is a thing. So, okay. Hey guys, did you hear what I just said? I'm condoning OnlyFans. I'm condoning OnlyFans. Guys, you feel like this guy got the gist of my message when I said my number one job as a parent is to keep my kids off fucking OnlyFans? It's the new stripper pole. The fuck are you talking about, idiot? Listen. Anyway, yeah, if I was a chick, I'm a scumbag. I'm an opportunist, greedy scumbag who's very vain. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't want my daughters to be like me. I'm a fucking dude. Okay? These are not the same thing. If I was myself in a smoke show girl body when I was 22, I would have OnlyFans the fuck out of that shit. I wouldn't have been fucking myself with bananas or anything. But like, if people want to pay me $1 million a month to look at my tits all fucking day, dude, that's not condoning it. That's just being self-aware, dude. That's just being self-aware of who I am. Chris Cyborg's OnlyFans. Nice, dude. I know OnlyFans like I mean, all it is a subscription like it's just a subscription service. It's all it is. Subscription, social media. It just became like subscription fucking naked people. Remember when OnlyFans almost like banned nudity on it? It's like, fucking dude, their company was going to lose 95% of its fucking revenue overnight. You know what I mean? Who's texting me, yo? Oh, never mind. Only feet. That's weird, dude. That whole fucking thing with feet, I just don't understand at all. It's so consistent with people too. It's like so bizarre. Let me check out them feet. Like there are girls I've Googled for one reason or another, and then like on page 1, it'll be like all pictures of this girl's feet. You know who it was? It was oh God. She's a YouTube creator that does like mostly like media stuff. Like she hates Kathleen Kennedy, Star Wars stuff. Melanie Go Boom. I think it's Melanie Go Boom is the name. And I Googled her because I saw like one of her videos on YouTube, and I can't remember why I looked it up, but it was like the point I'm making, it was nothing creepy. Like I wasn't looking it up like, ooh, Melanie Go Boom, let me see that booty. It was like I was looking her up for some other reason. And even with a completely regular search of her name on page 1, it was like all pictures of Melanie Go Boom's feet. I was like, what the fuck? Jesus, dude. That's so weird. It's so weird. A secret wrench. Wait, hang on. I wonder where his comments went. His comments are gone. Whose? I didn't ban anybody. Who are we talking about? I'm trying to go back and see what we're talking about. I literally have no idea who we're talking about. I didn't ban anyone. So we're talking about it in the section where we were talking about Paige Vanzant and Dillon Danis, obviously. She is, dude. That's what I saw in a picture. Like whenever she's standing next to people, she's super fucking tall. Anyway, so what else is going on right now? I feel like that was what I set out to cover. Speaking of fucking sexy feet, I got to call Gabrielle real quick.
Hey, sorry, I'm just finishing something. John's calling me about our insurance rate, so I got to take that call.
Well, geez, you just told the entire world that because you're on live streaming. But two things. No, wait, real quick. Oh, wait, you got. So the gardeners cut the head off one of our sprinklers in the front.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then, but anyway, come up when you're done. We'll film. All right, bye. Fucking gardeners, you guys. Look at this shit. Wait, what troll? Dude, did I make someone a moderator? Is Alex in here? Did I make you a moderator? I literally don't even remember. Hang on just for 1 second. Yeah, that's what I came out to this morning. I'm like, nice. Okay. Do I think Anthony Smith retires after he gets destroyed this weekend? Keep up the good work. So here's what I think is I watched Victor Petrino's fights this morning. Dude, that's a very winnable fight for Anthony. Like Petrino has nuclear power, but he's not fast. You know? Like he's not fast. He's lumbering. I mean, dude, if you get touched by that, he is fucking nuclear power, but not like he's not super crisp. I don't see Anthony getting hit with something that he didn't see coming. Anthony's a fucking vet, dude. Like Khalil Roundtree is a completely different puzzle. Khalil Roundtree is so fast, so crisp. Petrino is not that at all. He's super fucking dangerous, but like everybody counting him out makes no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Redmond Koval, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. You're the man. I appreciate you very much. And Brad, thank you for the super chat. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Dude, I'll tell you what I really did not like about the Anthony fight that I really didn't like is I was reading an article yesterday where it was like, I think that it was like, it said Anthony Smith is terrified of retirement. And they had his jiu-jitsu coach quoted in this article saying that he wanted Anthony to retire. and like talking about how he told him after the last fight he's not taking punishment the way that he used to, and he thinks that dude, listen, I cannot. There's like the same way that I'm talking about why the huge heavy favorite in the NCAA loses in the championship all the time in the football. Like, there's not a lot of things that I understand in this world better than I understand like human psychology. And if a dude has, states open, like everybody's terrified of retirement, first of all, but Anthony will just tell you, like, he's not hiding the ball on how he feels. Like, and he'll just openly tell you, I'm terrified of retirement. If you are on his team, you have to understand that is a sword of Damocles, that like is in the back of his mind or the front of his mind all the time. You have to be like brain surgical with how you discuss that with him. We're like, there's people on a team have a responsibility to protect their friend and teammate and fighter. And at the same time, your responsibility is to set them up best for victory. And if you do a fucking interview with ESPN and tell them you think that he should retire, I just don't I don't understand that. That's like that I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. It's exactly what I was saying about Volkanovski when Volkanovski was doing the whole act of like old man Volk. Like, I'm like, okay, he's making a joke of this, but it clearly is something he's thinking about. Like, maybe I don't have it anymore. He got knocked out for the first time ever against Islam, which had nothing to do with his age. He just got caught with a fucking shot that he shouldn't have even been in that fight. So like, I'm like, the psychology of playing into the old man Volk thing is a fucking terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. And having your coach, like, I actually wish that I wasn't even talking about this because I don't want to exacerbate. I don't think they're going to be watching media anyway, but like, I don't know, dude. I just, there's no scenario where someone on a guy's team saying openly that they want their fighter to retire is going to fucking help them in the fight. That can only hurt them. And it can be devastating in the fight. Like, absolutely, it can be devastating because what you're doing is is a fighter going to be in their best mental state walking into the octagon, happy, relaxed, confident, or utterly terrified? And not terrified of getting hurt. Terrified of, if this doesn't break my way, my life is over. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible that is that's a motivator for some people, like, it can be a motivator for some people, but I just feel like in the retirement conversation, it's not. And the reason for that is because, like, it's not a do or die situation. Like, a perfect example. Like, in Conor McGregor's case, right? The exact same situation. Forget about how, forget that Conor has all this other stuff going on. In the Conor McGregor versus Chandler fight, he has everything to gain and everything to lose in terms of his fight career, right? And Jovan, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Black Sun, thank you. And I'll comment on this in a second. So Conor has everything to gain and everything to lose. If he wins, and he wins impressively, he's going to fight for BMF almost for sure, or potentially even talk his way into a title shot because it's Conor McGregor. Who knows? But he's got everything to gain, right? And if he loses, everything to lose. Okay, so like a fighter who's in a situation where it's like they have everything to lose, and if they win, they just stay alive. Like, they just stay alive. That's not the kind of do or die that you want. You know what I mean? Because the bad so drastically outweighs the good. You know what I mean? Like, when you're getting yourself mentally ready, it's like, okay, if I win, then I maintain my current state of anxiety-ridden terror of what comes next. Or if I lose, then I am sent into the thing that I'm spending all day being terrified of. Like that. so my point is like, if you're doing a good job as a fighter's team, you keep their mind the fuck out of there, the fuck away from that. That is the dichotomy. You never let them think about that shit at all if you have any control over it. So like doing a public interview where you specifically tell them that like you're on the side of you should just stop fighting. I don't know. Like I would not have done that personally. But I do, like I said, I think Anthony has a really good shot of winning this fight. You know, assuming that, I mean, if he's moving well and doing what he needs to do, like this is a pretty good matchup for him. So we'll see. Black Sun, how do you feel about MMA gimmicks? I don't really understand that question. Like, you know, like, how do you feel about MMA gimmicks? I don't really understand. Like, what do you mean? Give me an example. That would be less hell than if it was your 3 mistresses. I don't understand what you meant, dude. I thought like Gabrielle and I did, like, in the video that, or the episode that we did yesterday, we talked about these guys that have 3 wives, like in like the Mormon shit where they have 3 fucking wives, and we talked about that. It's actually, the episode's awesome. I'll put it up later today. Listen, dude, if I'm having to bet, usually the easiest answer, you know, like the simplest answer is the right one, which would just be that, you know, he took the shit. But the thing is, and I keep coming back to this because I don't understand why everyone is only talking about the Austrian when he also popped for 19 nanotestosterone or whatever, which is a metabolite that comes from fucking nandrolone. Any of you guys who fucking know anything about juice, you know what nandrolone is? Fucking Deca. It's just overt fucking steroids. And there are oral kinds that only stay in your system for like 2 to 3 days. But like Ostarine, you know, yeah, that's straight up cheating. But fucking juice is just straight up juice, man. It's just fucking straight up juice. So I don't know, you know. Oh. Okay, got it, dude. I think they're fucking stupid. I think they're stupid as fuck. You know, like car jujitsu. Someone sent me that one yesterday. I'll check out car jujitsu. It's like, this shit's fucking, I hate them. I think they're fucking retarded. Like the phone booth fighting, and they like actually put them inside of a fucking phone booth. It's so dumb. Not for me, dude. And I'm, you know, I like, I'm all for basically all violence, you know, like I'll watch any violence, but like that shit, I don't know. It's just dumb to me. Anthony's a feeder fight for whoever's coming up. Volk will eventually become the same. These guys are hard dudes, but everyone reaches their peak. I mean, we'll see, dude. It depends tomorrow, you know, because I've said this before. Like, Anthony won 3 straight fights by first round stoppage. Okay. 3 consecutive first round stoppages. And then he went into the Ankalaev fight and he got injured, like a fucking, catastrophic injury. And not from anything that like Ankalaev did. He got a spiral fracture all the way through his fucking ankle and he was out forever. And, you know, like, I just consider that a not a fight. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what the outcome is. And you can say, oh, you think Ankalaev would have won, but that fight didn't actually happen. He comes back. He lost to Johnny Walker. Then he beat Ryan Spann. And then he took that ill-advised, you know, Khalil Roundtree super short notice fight. And dude, I just think that was a bad decision taking that fight. But in terms of people just like assessing, it's like, oh, you know, he's done. Like, I don't think there's enough information to say that. because he did come back from the Johnny Walker fight and win the next fight. And the Khalil Roundtree, when I saw he took that fight, I was like, fuck, dude. Like that, it's ballsy, but like Khalil is a fucking beast to take on short notice. You know what I mean? But if he beats this dude, if he beats Petrino, dude, I mean, we'll know. Like, honestly, people have been fucking saying he should, like, any time that he went on like a couple fight losing streak, everyone was like, oh, he should retire. They were saying that right before he went on he won 3 times in the first round. It's just because he has so many fucking fights. Did you know that Anthony has the highest finish percentage in the UFC? Like, of his wins, like his percentage where he wins by stoppage is the highest like ever. He has like let me see. It's fucking bananas. I'll show you right now. Dude. She has 37 wins and 34 of them are by stoppage. 34 of 37 wins are by stoppage. It's fucking crazy, dude. That is so bananas, dude. See, like, that's what I'm saying. This right here, this doesn't count. He got injured. But like this right here, this is what I'm talking about. This section right here. Everyone after the Rakic fight is all, dude, he should retire because he got fucked up in that Teixeira fight so bad. 3 straight 10-8 rounds, like, and then everybody broke his, like everyone was like, why did his team not throw in the towel? And that was before I knew Anthony. And I remember like him earning my permanent respect because he came out and in public was like, you guys, if my team knows that if you throw the towel in on me, I'll fire you. He's like, I'll fucking fire you. They all knew if they threw in the towel, I would fire them. And I knew at the time that wasn't true and that he was taking it on the chin to protect his team, which I verified later that is exactly what it was. He was taking the heat off of his team. And I thought that was a gangster ass move. But nonetheless, so he lost that fight like that. Then he lost to Rakic. Everyone's all, oh man, the guy's taking too much punishment. And then he won fucking 3 fights in a row by first round stoppage. So I don't know, man. He's fucking young, dude. He's still only 35 years old. It is unfortunate that these guys can't do juice, dude. Brad, thank you for the super chat. I think they should make an MMA promotion where you have to be on steroids to compete. How fun would that be? I mean, yeah, I guess. I just think I just personally wish that they allowed hormone replacement. Like, where people can supplement up to nothing over what is normal. You know what I mean? Like, so if they deem that like testosterone, the highest end is like 1,000, that you could supplement up to 1,000 maximum. And then if you test and you're at 1,200, okay, well, that's a fucking hot test, whatever. Because like everybody has the option to do it. It's not like, if you're I'm not talking about doing like fucking all these different things, just testosterone. So you can just keep your testosterone there and then people can fight, much further into their careers or like into their lives. I don't know. But no, I don't know. Like everybody on juice, it sounds cool, but like, I don't know. Maybe. I just wish these guys could fight longer. You know what I mean? Like that's like in the golden age of TRT, dude, fucking Randy Couture won the title when he was like 46 or something. Like it's so crazy. Exactly. Anthony could have taken a fucking illegal blow from Jones and taken the belt and then in the rematch, gotten back in pay-per-view against Jon Jones and he didn't take it. That shit's gangster. Everyone fucks with him. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't see what, like, I've seen all the shit that people were saying about like I don't know. I see him like, to me, he's a fucking badass. Exactly. Lesnar pissed dirty in the Frank Mir. No, not the Frank Mir fight. In the Mark Hunt fight. Mark Hunt. Ryan would have stopped Devin in the first round, but he stopped punching. He has no gas. So where's the steroid use? I don't even understand what that means. No, not high schoolers. No. Not fucking high schoolers, dude. They have to be a grown-up, you know. Dude, I thought that they settled in that one. I could have swore that they settled that one. Oh yeah, Lesnar's definitely not pissing clean ever. Oh, Frank is. Are you sure? I'll find out about that. Bro, Mir's daughter is a fucking savage, dude. Let me actually, dude, I'm pretty sure that he texted me a fucking video from her. He sent me a video of her grappling, and I was like, oh my God, bro. She's such a fucking badass. She's a beast. Yeah, Johan, what's up, man? Hear you of horror. Hear you of horror fun podcast, but thanks, man. Appreciate you. I don't know what that means, but thank you, sir. What's up from the 530? 30 minutes from Chico. I went to Chico State. Yep. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, good sir. Yeah, no shit, dude. I thought when I first saw the pictures of Brock's daughter, I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke. I thought someone had done some kind of AI thing to create Lester's daughter. I was like, wait, that's really her? It's fucking crazy. In case you guys have not seen this, dude, check this out. This shit looks made up, dude. Tell me that doesn't look like fucking AI, dude. It's so crazy. I still can't believe that's even real. I seriously cannot even believe that that's real. Oh my God, dude. Look at her. She is an absolute fucking specimen. Brock Lesnar's daughter. Come look, dude.
Just accomplished so many things.
You know who Brock Lesnar is, yeah? Okay, come check this out. Okay.
She wrestles, right? His daughter?
That's Frank Mir's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
But I think actually, I think Frank Mir's daughter, I'm sorry, Lesnar's daughter does too. But the one you know about is Frank's. Look at that, dude.
Damn.
How is that a real fucking picture?
That's his daddy's daughter.
Yeah.
But she wrestles? Is that what she does too?
Yeah.
What is the outfit?
That's a girl fight that I don't think Gisele's going to win no matter how old she is.
Nah, that girl's a beast. Oh, kitty. The cat is wandering around the house crying.
Grant, thank you for the super chat. Why?
I don't know. I think he's cold.
Oh. 7 Tuesdays is a memorial tattoo for my uncle with a much longer story that I will tell another time. But it's his wine legacy in Napa. All the best from Edinburgh. Thank you very much, Zane. Appreciate you, dude.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna record.
I just did so many things.
You did?
So many things. I'm so accomplished today. Very proud of myself.
Dude, you guys, Gabrielle is balling so fucking hard right now. It's ridiculous.
It's good times.
It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. I'm buying whatever the fuck I want right now.
Oh, and I
dude.
just saved us money on our home insurance.
And I slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I just said it was a memorial tattoo for my uncle who passed away.
Well, maybe the chat is slow.
Oh. 7 Tuesdays is his wine brand in Napa. There's a much longer story that I won't bore you with, but it's a memorial tattoo
really
for
cool
my
story,
uncle.
actually.
When it's turned into a girls, bring in the guys.
Ew, girls, gross,
Gross.
cooties.
Put away your boobs. Puke.
My allergies are so bad today.
Yeah, I got a wine brand tattoo.
Long story short, he made a wine just for the family. It was branded for the family.
Just for the family. No one except
It
our
was
family
an
had it,
exclusive.
and he died. So that
When he
is
passed away, that's how
how
Jesse
I-
memorialized him.
correct. Jesse should write a book on Trap a Beautiful Woman.
It'll be covered on our podcast.
Yeah. Trap them, dog. Handcuff them to something until they get Stockholm syndrome. And then
It's pretty much how you do it. Anyway.
All right, we got to jump, you guys. So check out Play with Matches. Play with Matches with Gabby and Jesse. That's the channel. We are going to go record our new episode, and I'm going to drop our episode from yesterday later. It's all about why people get divorced. We went through all the different categories.
We didn't make it that far. We went off on a tangent like usual. I think we started talking about polygamists.
I told him that. And how like dudes with multiple wives, like there's only one correct way to deal with that.
The cat just came in. Hi, buddy.
That is a Bill the Butcher tattoo specifically. Here, I'll drop the link right now. Hang on. Lee-loo. Holy shit. I gained 100 subscribers just in the time that I've been on fucking stream. I don't understand what is happening right now. My channel is on fire.
It's good.
I know. And here it is. Bam.
This is Jasper.
He's the best fucking cat ever.
Thank you. He's British.
Thanks for recommending to Max. Obviously, don't say what that is. Just want you to know I got
Close up of the kitty, please.
Wait.
I'll see if I can get him. Hold on.
Recommendation to Max? Max. I'm confused. But thank you, sir. You the man, bruh. They want a close-up of the kitty, they said.
I was getting him. Here he is. Wait, where's the camera?
Kitty, look it.
He's like, no.
Kitty, look it. He's so funny, dude. He like in the morning, if I go out by myself, he hears me, comes downstairs and just like walks up. He's like a dog, and he'll just be like, meow. I'm like, hi. And he's all meow. It's like, hi. He's like, meow. He just talks to you like he literally says hi over and over and over.
He's the best.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Manny J. Or Tyler Gavin. And thank you, Manny J. All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Peace.